definition was a literal. So what was literal means? Literal is nothing but a variable which can be obtained or it will be available in either a complementary or non-complementary form. So the example that we have considered for a literal is A is a variable, and the complementary and non-complementary form are nothing but the literals, right? That is A bar and A. Now what is my product term? So if you want to write an expression, I cannot tell that all my literals will be added. Some of my literals will be multiplied as well. So if some of my literals are multiplied, then that particular term is called as a product term. Okay, I repeat once again. Whenever I am writing the expression, I cannot make sure that all my terms, okay, all my literals will be odd, or all my terms, that is all my literals cannot be added. Some of the terms will be multiplied as well. So if some of my literals are multiplied, then you will be getting some term called as a product term. Okay, so it is defined as either a literal, okay, it is defined as, there are three definitions I have written or. Please properly observe, it is defined as either a literal, okay, or a product of literal, or a group of literals that are ANDed together. What is meant by ANDed? As I have already explained the basic gates, AND is nothing but the multiplication. Okay, just operate as a multiplication. So how actually the AND gate will work? If any one of the input is low, my output tends to 0. Okay, if any one of the inputs provided to the AND gate is 0, my output is directly, you can write it as 0. So group of literals that are ANDed together, ANDed is nothing but multiplied. Okay, so the examples are A. According to the definition of first one, that is, it is either a literal. So this is just a literal, right? This is just a literal, only one literal is there, that is in the uncomplementary form. So how can I call this a single variable as a product term? Because if I multiply this with 1, then this is called as a product term, right? So therefore they are telling us it is defined as either a literal. Okay, it can be example. Another example would be A bar. Okay, so this is called as a product term because you can also multiply with A bar with 1, it is same as A bar only. So this is a product term. Next, coming to this example, so it is a product of literals. It can be a product of literals. So this is one literal and this is another literal. You are combining. I mean, you are multiplying your A as well as D bar. A is one literal and D bar is another literal. Okay. Next, a group of literals that are ANDed together. So this is called as a group of literals. So A is one literal, B is another literal, and C is also another literal. Now I am multiplying all these three things that I am ANDing it. ANDing is nothing but multiplying. So now we were discussing about AND, right? Again I have written because many of you may not understood if I write it in the paint, right? I have explained the basic gates by making use of a paint window, right? So therefore if you have not understood properly, then this is the IC. IC is nothing but the integrated circuit. So the IC for AND gate is 7408. Remember, 7408 is an IC number for AND gate, and it is having how many pins? 1, 2, 3 till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 pins. Okay, 7th pin is always connected to ground. So this is called as ground. Okay, and the 14th pin is always connected to the supply called as VCC. Okay, now 1 and 2 are the inputs of first AND gate, and 3 is the output of first AND gate, and 4 and 5 are the inputs of second AND gate, and 3 is the output, 4 and 5 are the inputs and 6 is the output of second AND gate. Similarly, 13 and 12 are the inputs of third AND gate, okay, and 11 is the output of third AND gate. 10 and 9 are the inputs of fourth AND gate, and 8 is the output of fourth AND gate, right? Now, so this 7408 has how many AND gates totally? There are totally 1, 2, 3, 4 gates are there. And again, one more thing what you have to remember is, you cannot interchange this. Like for example, you cannot make 2 and 3 as input, and you cannot make 1 as output, because this is the internal structure. You have to just follow the configuration that whatever they have told. Okay. Now let me write down how to write this? How to write that? How to write this expression, okay, by making use of the AND gate. So can I write it like this? This is my AND gate, okay. I am giving A here and I am giving 1 here, so it will be always A. So what is the pin numbers for this? What is the pin numbers? If I am using AND gate 1, my pin number is 1 and 2 are the pin numbers. Okay, 1 and 2 are the inputs and 3 is the output. Understood? 1 and 2 very important. If you are understanding these pin numbers, then only you can understand the lab sessions. Otherwise, it is very difficult. You cannot do at all if you are not able to write the pin numbers. It is very simple. I'll just explain. So now I am expressing this particular product term by making use of the AND gate. That's all. So A is one input and 1 is the another input. So A into 1 will be getting A only. Right? So 1 and 2 are the inputs, 1 and 2 are the inputs and 3 is the output. Next, I'll come to this one, A into B bar. Okay? So how you will be getting B bar? How to get B bar? As I have already told, if you want to get a B bar or the complementary form, you have to go for NOT gate. And the NOT gate will be always providing the input in the complementary form, and the NOT gate will be having only single input and single output. For example, I am giving here as B means here you will be getting as B bar. Understood? Here you are giving the input as B means here you will be getting as B bar. Next. So what is another letter? It is A. So I will give it as A here and I will be giving it to AND gate. Okay, this is the AND gate. And what is the numbers I have to use here? A is nothing but, for example, this is the AND gate. The second AND gate I am using here. Means what is the input number for the second AND gate? What is the input number for second AND gate? It is 4 and 5. So therefore I use 4 and 5 here. So what is the output of the second AND gate number? It is 6. So therefore you will be getting it as A and B bar. Right? A, and here you are passing B bar, so therefore you are getting B bar there. Okay? I hope you are understanding how I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is no compulsion that you have to use the first AND gate itself. You can use any of the gates. Okay? In your circuit you can use any of the gates. So in this expression I am using one NOT gate and one AND gate. So in the second AND gate, okay, what are the inputs? 4 and 5 are the inputs and 6 is the output. So therefore I am writing 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Next example. Next example is what? A, B, C. Okay. A, B. So what is the answer you will be getting here? It is just an A into B, right? It is just A into B answer you will be getting. So can I write, for example, I am using the third AND gate. For example, I am using the third AND gate. What is the numbers? What is the numbers here? It is nothing but 13 and 12. What is the output number of third AND gate? It is 11. Okay. Now I have just got only A and B. Still I have to write one more C. For that I will take one more AND gate. So this is C. Okay, this is C, and here we will be getting A into B into C. So for example, you assume that I am using the fourth AND gate here. If I am using the fourth AND gate, then what will be your inputs? Your inputs will be 9 and 10. That is 9 and 10. Your output will be 8. Okay, 9 and 10 are the inputs of the fourth AND gate, and 8 is the output. Okay, I hope you have understood how to write the AND gate pin configuration and what is the IC number of the AND gate and how to write the pin numbers if you are using the AND gate in your circuit. Right? So likewise, we will just write down some more expressions and also some of the pin numbers also we will try to write down. Okay, fine. Copy down all these things properly.